every Wednesday. Normally we're at 1 p.m. Eastern time. Today I'm a little late. I was at my hometown, Ottawa, visiting my parents, helping them out a little bit. And now I'm here, so hopefully our video is going to be a decent quality. Last week we have had a little few glitches with the sound and stuff, so fingers crossed everything is good. And as always, I'm going to flip the screen and pull up the video. So let's go ahead and do it. Flip the screen and bring this one over. And today I am just continuing exploring the idea of wire weaving. This was inspired by Angela, who posted some beautiful pictures of wire woven rings in the Facebook group, the Wire Makers Club. So I wanted to try it. So I actually ordered this on the Beadalon website. No, or on Amazon. I forget where I ordered it. Anyways, I'll put a link in the description to where to buy it. And this is what I made. So not as beautiful as Angela's rings. This was my very first attempt at doing it. But the weaving is pretty good. It's not super consistent, but not too bad. And then I add some beads on it. So this was made with 24 gauge wire, similar to what they show on the package. Today I want to try it in a different way. I want to try to do something similar without the tool for people that don't have the tool. But I'll just show you how it works. So it just comes with these 3 pieces. And let me find the plug. The plug's at the bottom of the box. Let me grab the plug. And there we go. Where is it? There it is. And these are the little pegs that go inside. So let's just open this up. So these are the little pegs that go inside. And I can't see any chat here. So let me know if you're chatting. Oh, here we go. Emily. Hi, Emily. How are you? And so these are the pegs that go in. And basically what you do is just flip it over, put these little pegs in in the size you want. It has 4 different sizes, so the middle size is the smallest. You put a whole bunch of them in, and then you stick this little plug in there, and it's going to look something like that. So then you can weave a ring. So I'll link up the tutorial below where I did that on Tip Tuesday. And this was created by Kleshna, who is one of the Beadalon artists that designs products for them. So very cool tool. There's also a bracelet and a necklace one. And I'm going to try to make one without the tool today, just for fun. So hi, Carol. Hi, Peggy. Let me know if the sound is okay. Last week we had trouble with the sound. So just let me know. So what I want to try, I'm going to try it with toothpicks. We're going to see if it's going to work. I'm not sure if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try. So what I should probably figure out is how many holes there were. Let me just see. If I go, so we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Looks like there's 16 of them. So let's get that. Good crisp sound today. Yay. So hi, Kathy. Hi, Sweetcraft. Hi, Rhonda. I said hi to Carol and Emily. That's awesome. So let's get 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, maybe even 12, because these are good. These are thicker. These are thicker than these. So maybe we don't need so many. Let's try 12. Matthew says hi. Hi, Matthew. How are you? So let's go ahead and get some wire. I have this one, the artistic wire 24 gauge, because they recommend 24 gauge with it. So let's start with that and see how it goes. Hi, Ashita, and hi, Gilliana. Very nice. Awesome. So let's cut a good long piece. They say about, I think it was a meter that I used for the sample. So let me get a good long piece, because you don't really want to run out of wire. So what I'm doing is I almost got like an arm's length of wire. That might be too much, but here's an arm's length of wire. And now he's smiling. Yay, that's so fun. So there we go. So we're going to fold this in half. And let's just fold that in half. And this, like I said, was just an idea I had. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but we're going to try it. So here's the ring. So let's just start. We'll get a toothpick and She just says, hi, Heather. Hello, hello. And then what I was thinking we could do is just wind it back, but these might actually fall out. This is just occurring to me, this might be a really bad idea. So let's just see what we do here. If we do this, we have to pull it, but we have to pull it in a way that it's actually going to hold. Otherwise, this is going to be just a waste of time. So let me just see what we can do here. If we pull this tight, and we're going to bring this one over and let go of that. Or if we hold them, maybe it's going to be all right. I'm just going to put a bunch in and we're going to see how it's going to go. So let's just try. Hydra says good night. And Mustafa says, hello, Mustafa, you're up so late. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. This is so late. Night, Hydra Gaming. That's so funny. And someone's name that I cannot pronounce or understand because it's in a different language, and I'm very sorry. So now we're going to bring this one, we have to make sure we do it the same way. So how about let's go over and under. Maybe we could do it that way, over and under. Let's see if this is going to work. We're just going to try this. So let's try to stay consistent. Over, under. I think that's going to be good. I might have messed up the first one. So now, that one's a dud because it's not round. These are really cheap from the dollar store. So if I find some that are duds, I'm just going to replace them. So now we're going to go, what did I say? Over and under. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so we're just going to keep going with this, see what happens. Over and under. And then this one, I'm sure we could do something with this. We're going to see what happens. And then another one. You know what I should have done is maybe tape these in place. I could always tape them in place after. So let's just see if we can get a bunch in. And then I can always put a little bit of interesting tool. Yeah, well, this, the actual tool is really great. And so this is just I'm trying something for people that don't have the tool, and we're going to see if it's going to work. So we have, it almost looks like one time I made like a little sushi. Oh, that one's a dud. I made a little sushi fridge magnet before that was super cute. This is reminding me of that. So hi, Carly Stone. How are you? So now we're going to go over here, over and under. Yeah, probably I'm going to have to tape these in place, but I'm going to see if I can get away with just doing a few and then I'm going to tape it. I'll get some duct tape or something. That might work. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And let's try to do 16. Oh, no. What did I say? Did I say I was going to do 12? What did I say I was going to do? I forget now. Maybe I said I was going to do 16. That might not be long enough. So let's do a couple more. So we're just going to go over, under, and let's do another one, over, under. Okay, so now I'm going to get some tape, and if it would work on the square toothpicks. Oh, maybe. That's a good idea, too. And I'm also going to try it on the Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit after to see if it's going to work. But what I want to do first is get my tape. This is my mailman tape. This is what I use when I ship my orders on Etsy. So let's get that. Yeah, it's cool, eh? Mustafa, it's a really cool tool. Nice. So let's just do this and see if this is going to work where we tape them down. This is going to be a little bit tricky because it's very sticky. Okay, let's bring this one down here. Okay. There we go. Let's lift this up and then down, but not too much down. And can we line these up a little bit better? I'm sure there's a better way to do this, but just for the sake of trying out this new idea, let's just do it this way. So we're going to tape this down. And these are probably pretty fragile too, but you know what might work better is just, I'm going to do it after, is just do some pins in a piece of foam. It's going to work better, but let's just try this because I said I would. Wow, taping our hands. There we go. So if we can get this to kind of stick here, I should have left a little more. If I left more at the bottom, they would stick better. But this is the idea. So we're just going to start with that and see what happens. Don't forget to join Discord. Thanks, Mustafa. So yeah, I'll post a picture of this after in the Discord groups to see if it's going to work. So now what we want to do is I'm just going to push it up a little bit. And these ones I did maybe a little too tightly there, but we're gonna see. And we want these like to be kind of straight up as you can. Because the thing with the tool, it keeps them very straight, which is really cool. And then what I wanna do now is, because it's not in a complete round, whereas the other one, it's like a full circle. This one I'm gonna have to go back and forth. So if I just flip it and then go over here. So what did I say I was doing before? I was going over and under, so over and under. Let's see if this is gonna work. And then push it down a bit. And then over, okay, over and under. Let's see if that's gonna work. And then we have to do it again. So over and then under. This might or might not work. It's very, very finicky, but we're gonna see. So that's the idea, is you wanna just go back and forth the best you can. And then after, I think it's not horrible. It's not too bad. It seems to be going okay. So we're gonna go like this and just keep going back and forth. If you guys have something to do while I'm doing this part, you're welcome to like go and get something to eat or go get a coffee or something, because this is going to take me a little bit of time to do this part, because ideally it's good to do like 4 or 5 rows. We go over, under, so we kind of go like back and forth, and then we go over there. This seems to work well, and then over there. Okay, so I'm getting a system here where we go like that. This should actually be going under. I'm kind of not doing it exactly the right way right now. And then this one should actually go under and over. And then we're gonna flip it and work our way back. It does look a really wonky, but we're gonna see if we can get it to work somewhat well. So, so now this part should also go this way around here. Perfect. So let's go over, under, over. I'll try to do maybe 4 rows to give you guys an idea of how it's going to, wait, that doesn't work. So this went over and that went under like that. And then this has to go under. Okay. So under and over. Yeah, I'm kind of losing track of how I'm doing this, because this one will kind of go under and over, and flip that one underneath, under and over, and this one too. And if you're watching the replay, you can fast forward through this part, because this part is going to take me a little bit of time to do. I probably should have thought of a better project to do on the live stream where you got immediate gratification, because this is going to be a little bit of a slow process, but you're on the ground floor of working out this new sushi weave. Shall we call it a sushi weave? Let's call it a sushi weave ring, okay? We could definitely do that. We can give it a name. So then these, we're gonna push them together a little bit. I'm just hoping my toothpicks don't break. So, okay. So, Carly Stone, I am trying to make a woven ring similar to this one, but instead of using the Beadalon tool, which is amazing, I'm just troubleshooting with the idea of using a toothpicks. So we're going to see how that's going to work. So this one, okay, that one goes over that way, and this one actually should go, wait, this has to go behind. So let me move that out of the way. This one has to go behind there, and this one was going to go over and that way, and then back here over, and this one has to go behind that way, and this has to go under. I'm trying to stay as consistent as possible, because you want it to look somewhat regular, but I'll just try this. I'm just going to do 4 rows because I don't want to keep you guys here all day or all night in Mustafa's case, and we're just going to see how it looks with these 4 rows, and then you guys can get an idea if it's going to work. kind of like the idea of the toothpicks because they do have a little bit of resistance to them. Like I was thinking you could do this on wires, but the trouble would be they'd be very slippy. So at least with the wood, it gives it a little bit of resistance. And then we'll try it after on the jig. And then I want to also try it with some pins on a bulletin board, but I don't know if I have the pins handy, so we're going to see how that goes. So this is, we've done 4 rows, and then the idea behind this is you actually want to weave a wire through back and forth. So let's see what we can do for that without like destroying it. So let me just kind of push these together a little bit. I'm just using my fingernails, which is probably not the best idea. And then what they do with the tool is they actually take one of these wires and they push it like through one of these. But I think what I'm going to do now is remove the tape. So I get some scissors. I probably should have put the tape in a way that it was easier to get off. So a ball of clay. Yes, that's actually a really great idea, to put it in a little ball of clay to hold it in place. That would probably be a good idea. So now this is what we've got so far. And then what we want to do is weave a wire like back and forth on this. So I think what I'm going to do is just like, we'll start by removing one of the toothpicks. And then this one, I think what I'll do is just weave this wire through these ends here. Okay, we're going to weave it through there, pull it. Okay, we'll just pull that one. I don't know if you can see, I'm just weaving it through those last wires, and then we're going to remove this toothpick. Okay, this is going to be interesting. It's going to be very loose. So then we're going to push it up this way. Okay, up that way, where it's like we're sewing it. So now we're going to push it up that way. And then we can remove this one. Carefully push it back through those loops that were the toothpick was in. Oh, now I'm already losing some of these toothpicks, so I'm going to have to be careful. So there we go. So we're going to go down here. Yeah, it's getting a little bit... Trouble is it gets a little bit kinked up. So what I'm going to do now is, somebody actually asked me if you could use the jig, like the tool, with flexible cord. You know that tiger tail? And I think you probably could. See, I'm losing these already, so I'm just going to be careful. So now I'm going to remove that one and go up again, up through all of the loops to make sure that you secure them all. It should be good. Okay, and you can do this with a contrasting wire too. It doesn't have to be the same wire. See, the trouble is this kind of gets a little, you have to really give it a pull because this gets a little kinked. So now we're going to remove this one. It's actually working a little bit better than I thought. Yes, 24 gauge. I thought about trying it with 22, but now I'm seeing that 22 is going to be too thick. Already I'm having a little trouble with the 24. Unless you did the outside with 22 and the weaving wire with 24, because really this weaving wire gets really kinked up if it's too thick. So now let's just do this one. And see, that's the thing, it pulls out of here. So you want to hold that in place and just give it a good tug. It's very loose, but it's kind of interesting. So now, yeah, 28 or maybe 26 would be better for this part. I could always try that. I could try the outside part with 22 and the inside part with 26. I think I might try that because look at how it's getting like kinked there. I'm not going to worry too much about it for now because I don't want to backtrack and stuff. So we're just going to see. We're going to do this, but I'm going to try that. I'll try maybe 26 because I have a feeling 28 might be a little thin, but we can try the 26, which is a good compromise between the two. So we're going to do this one, and then we're just going to have to see, it's definitely kinking there. And then when I pull it too hard, it pushes together too much. So this is going to be very abstract, not consistent at all, but that's okay. A lot of like beautiful work is more is more abstract and not so perfect, because sometimes when things are too perfect, it's not good either. So as I go, I'm removing the toothpicks. We're just going to bring this one down. And hi, Lisa, and hi, Amanda. Nice. You guys are hopping on. We're just attempting to make the woven ring with toothpicks. So there we go. We're going to just keep removing them and see how we do. We're going up all of these little loops. Make sure we get through all of them. This is inspired by the Beadalon ring weaving tool, but if you don't have the tool, it's a way to do something similar. So let's hold these together and then bring this one down here. And yeah, 28 gauge, I agree, Ashita, that 28 gauge might be a little fragile. So I think what I'm going to do is just try 26. See, these two, the toothpicks came out. So I'm just going to go ahead and just line these up and work it out like that. And then we have one more, the end one. And then because this was done differently than with the tool is a complete circle. And they also have a jig or a tool that makes bracelets the same way. So you'll see it's much less consistent. No worries, Peggy. Thanks for hopping on. So the one made with the tool is a little more consistent, but this is kind of interesting. And then let me just get the ring form. And I'm also going to grab some 26 gauge wire. And I need my ring cone. So where is the ring cone? Here we go. So here's the ring cone. I love this ring cone. And big sip of water. So now what we want to do is just bring it around the cone, and hopefully it's not going to be minuscule. It should be not too bad. So we're going to bring it around. This wire is a little long, so I'm just going to trim it. Give that a little trim. And then we want to attach these ends together. So let us just take this end, and we can make sure this is flat-ish. So I'm going to bring this one in here, push that one through there. So we've got one there, and we can push it through a couple of times to make sure it's solid. And then if you want to add beads after, you can too. So there's that one. Perfect. There we go. And then this one too. Ooh, did it break? I think, no, it didn't break. I think I put it through a loop and then I unput it through the loop. So that wasn't the smartest thing, but that can happen. So now we're going to pull that and then make sure I don't undo what I already did. So let's get it in there. Get it through there. Perfect. And then this side too. So we're going to just do this. Actually reminds me of a crocheted ring. So honestly, crochet is a lot faster. So if you wanted a more abstract one, just crochet it. But that's okay. So there we go. And gotta go, my groceries just delivered. Okay, bye, Amanda. We'll see you soon. So now we're going to push this one down a little bit to just get it on the like sort of molded around. So you can see the weave a little bit. It's not super even, but it's not too bad. And then from there, we can add some beads. So let me get my lovely piece of thing. Cardboard and some toothpick on the side. That could work too. So if you guys have ideas for this and want to post pictures in the Facebook, not the Facebook group, post it in the Discord group in the post live stream section, that would be really cool. So I'm just going to put this faceted bead first. So to add the beads, just go ahead and weave them in. So we're just going to do this one here. And then I will just put these at the side so they're not in the way. I have some really nice like cat's eye beads. We're going to put that one in. And yeah, I like the cardboard idea and I like the pegboard idea. I'm going to try that one as well. So just get this one, bent that a little bit. I don't want to keep you up too late though, Mustafa. So hopefully we'll get this done not take too much time. So that's nice with the little cat's eye. bead. And then if I want to put like a little pearl on there too, you can put any kinds of beads you want. I'm going to just stay in the pink mode right now, and they don't have to be perfectly like spaced or anything. Just kind of get them in there. And if you want to wind some wire around them too, you can. Oh, I have a bigger cat's eye pink too. So we're just going to put that one. Miracle beads. I love miracle beads. Actually, I'm not using miracle beads on this one because I'm just using the cat's eye and the glass beads and the pearls. I'm keeping this one very like pastel-y and subtle. So what I'll do here is let's put another one up here. Maybe we can put another pink one. I don't have a huge variety in these with these beads, but not too bad. You're a night owl. Nice. Okay, so now this one, maybe I'll put this on this side. So we're going to put this one here. Just going to bend this. I am definitely a night owl. That's for sure. So now this one, and then maybe I will also put another pearl in there or something. Let's see what we've got. That's not too bad. There's a few there. I'm going to put one more. If I could find a larger pearl or a cat's eye. There's this one. It's a little dark. Let me just see what I got in my little bin. Oh, here, this is nice. This is a white cat's eye bead. So there we go. So we're going to stick this on. Can you put the ring closer to the camera? There we go. Whoops, sorry. There we go. So here's the ring now. Yeah, if ever you guys can't see anything, just let me know, because sometimes I don't know exactly how it looks on your end. So I appreciate the feedback. So let's just get that one in here. And honestly, my streaming quality isn't the best. I haven't found the best way to do it. Ooh, that's pretty too. But now I think it needs another bead or something on this side. So, but once you've done as many as you want, just to finish it off, just go through and string it through a couple of times. It's like when you're sewing and you stitch over your stitches a couple of times just to finish it off. So there we go. Kathy, I'm Mustafa at 2:30 p.m. ready for a nap. Oh, that's so funny. Yeah, I'm not a napper. I'd like to be, but I don't nap. I just stay up late and get up late. That's all. I usually get up around 10 a.m. Oops, don't tell anyone. So now let's do maybe one more little bead in there as well, just to see what was going to fit. I don't want to put the same bead twice, though. That's the problem. I could put another shiny. That would be maybe too much. Okay, this is the part where I don't know which bead to put next. I put another cat's eye one. This one's actually a little defective. It's not as cat's eye-y as the other one. Kathy is 1 a.m. in India. Yes, 1 a.m. Okay, so Mustafa, you're 1 a.m. as well. I'm going to get in trouble here. You guys, this is unusual. It's only because I was in Ottawa and I didn't get back until like just before, just after 2 actually. So there's no way I could have made it for 1 p.m. today. But usually we do this at 1 p.m. So now let's just pull this one and there. So there we go. So that's, oh, now see, the more beads I put, the more I think that's like too much. So you know what? I'm going to take that one out, because the more I add, the more I have to add, because then you try to balance it out, right? So let's just keep it super simple. It's going to be small, sweet, and I'm just going to finish off the end now. So we're just going to do this. And how many rows did you do? So I did 4 rows. I would have liked to do more, but like I said, I didn't want to keep you guys too long because I do want to try some other things. So I just finished the end. Oh, those aren't my flat pliers. So there we go. We're going to do that. And then after, it's always good to put it on here. Hi, Joan. Nice to see you. So there we go. And hi, Laura. Nice. It's been a little while. So let's just push these in. And this is much more wiggly than the other one. See how nice well, it's not that nice, but this was my first attempt using the wire, the ring weaver tool. So it's a little more consistent than this. This one's really kind of wonky, but it's interesting, eh? I like it. I really like it. So, Perfect. Yeah, up late, up early. That's not good. So these are those ones. So it worked pretty well with the toothpicks. I'm happy with that. I think there's a lot of potential in that. So now let's try, don't know if this is going to work. Don't know if this is the right size pegs. The other thing I could use is the wire writer, but let's just see if this is going to work. And if not, I can try something else. So I'm just going to pour my pegs out on a side table. And this was what I was thinking is maybe you can use this and just try something like that. So let's just try to use the Artistic Wire Deluxe Jig Kit, because there are probably more people that have this than have the weaving tool. So I just don't know how many little pegs they have that will actually be able to do this. So let's just see how many little pegs there are. I'm not sure how many they give you in the package, but this is the pegs that I have with the kit that comes with the kit. So let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Why don't we try 12? See how it goes. You do want to use the plugs though underneath. I probably should have put them as I went. So I'm just going to put the plugs underneath so they stay. And yeah, great to see you, Laura. How's the photography business going? Did you have a busy wedding season? There was like sort of a year of no weddings. So hopefully it picked up this year for you. And Laura and I are somewhat in the same industry because we make wedding cake toppers. So, and I believe Laura does wedding photographer. I know you do other photography. So yeah, been okay. Had a few. That's good. A few is better than none. That's for sure. Yeah, there we go. So let's put the plugs underneath here. Yeah, wedding photography is very intense. I can imagine. But must be a fun field. My daughter was going to take photos for my nephew at his wedding, and she usually does product photography, so she found it really difficult. So his sister actually took over and took the camera, and she was great because she knew his personality, and she was able to do some really cool wedding photos that really fit his personality, like sort of bridesmaid style photography. So there we have with that, guys. So let's see what we can do next. We can try the 22 gauge this time, just to see how it goes. So, Clarice, hello, hello. I'm driving, missing the live stream. Oh, that's too bad. Nice of you to hop in and say hi, though. So let's do this. 6 weddings and a few cool. 6 weddings is a lot, though. That's intense. So let's try it with 22 gauge wire. This might not work at all, guys. I'm just going to try it. They might slip off of these. They definitely might slip off, but we're just going to try it and see. And now let's start with the same way. So maybe this direction is better. So we're going to go this way. And so what did we do before? We did, yeah, over, and then this one goes under. So these might also be too spaced apart. We're going to see. So that one goes over, so that one goes over. And wait, this one should go over. Yeah, that's right, over. And this one, okay, this one goes over and under. That's how we do it. So, wow, I'm getting really confused here. Sorry, guys. So we're just gonna, this one goes over that one, and that one goes under. So, no, so we go up, and then we're just gonna go back and forth that way, and then, yeah, this one that way. So now I'm getting the feel of it. This, we might be able to do a more consistent weave with this. We're gonna see. So over here, and this one I have to go under, over. Oh, my tools are getting all in the way here. Please hit the like button. Aw, thank you so much. I always forget to tell people to like the videos, but it really does help. So now we're going to go around here. So we've done one length with the weave, with the jig, and now we're going to bring it around. I guess it depends on if you're left or right-handed. She's got to go. Oh, thanks for popping by. I really appreciate it. I know it's late for you. So we're going to bring this one around. And then now, same thing, we're going to go over that way. And then this one too. We're going to go, oh wait, we have to do this one first. So this one goes over and down. And this one goes under and under. Perfect. I see already this is much more consistent than the toothpicks, guys. So let me just see. Wait, nope. This has to go over first. Over. See, I get a little confused when I first start. So that way, yeah, much more consistent than the toothpicks. And then we can maybe even do like a two-hand thing. Woo, we're getting fancy. There we go. Definitely getting fancy. So there we go, like that. And that. And that. Trying to do it like the very quickly, but it's not that obvious. So now we're going to go under for that one. Under, and then this one around. So now we're going to bring it around again, turn it, and try another row. Perfect. I have to get a jig. The jigs are awesome. For people watching the replay too, I'll put a link to get the jig in the description. I use it a lot. I think it's so much fun. So now we're going to bring this one up first. Bring that one up first. Yeah, it has a lot of really interesting functions to it. Just have to make sure these don't like slip off the jig. So push them down if you have to. So we're going to go up, and then this one goes over and up. Yep. Over and up. Is that right? Over and up. Now I'm not sure if I'm doing it the right way. Anyways, ultimately, I think it'll look good. So there way, over and up. There we go. I think if we do it just this way, it should be okay. And back, getting a little faster here. And to the end. And to the end. And we're going to flip it around again. This way I should be able to do more than 4 rows because it's going much faster. So we're going to bring that one around and bring that one right over. No, down that. Yeah, I'm getting a little mixed up at the end, but I think it's going to look okay. So there. Just keeping track of what direction to put the wires is a little tricky. So there, and then I'll try to do one more row after this. The trouble is the more rows you do, the more likely you are for them to actually come off the pegs. That's the trouble. So maybe just push them down as you go, just to be sure. And then I'll try to do one more row if I have enough wire. You want to make sure you cut your wire long enough too. And if you keep some tension on these, it's going to help hold them so they don't come off the jig. So just keep a little bit of tension on the wire so they don't come off the pegs. And let's try one more row. Okay, awesome tutorial, lots of fun. Okay, oh, thanks for hopping on. And you could definitely watch the replay if you need to see any details. And hi, Paula, nice to see you. Can you get longer pegs? I don't believe you can get longer pegs for the jig, but there are other options. Like you could definitely make your own jig on a piece of wood with nails. I do that a lot. But for this one itself, I have put nails in this before, but they're hard to hold. Like I guess if you put like a cork board or something underneath, you could put the nails in and then to have the position, and then the cork board would hold the nails in place. So I think there are definitely options. Beadlon should consider making a jig with longer pegs. That would be a great idea. And they're always open to new like design ideas and product ideas and stuff. So maybe that's going to be something they'll come up with. You never know. So there. And I think we're running out of wire. So this is it, guys. So this is what we've got so far. But now the question is, how do you string the wires through without it completely coming off the jig? This is going to be the hard part. Not too much, Paula. We made one ring. using a weaving technique using toothpicks. So that was really interesting. And then now we're trying one on the jig, but we do not want it to come apart. So something that maybe I could do is, I could like wind a wire around it to kind of hold it in place, but I really don't want this to be too labor intensive. So what happens if I just, see, I'm really worried they're just going to like pop all over the place and come. So let me get a little skinny piece of wire to try something different. Okay, I am going to get some 26 gauge wire just to try something to hold it in place and see if that's going to work. Just cut a little piece here. I just don't want this to pop all off the jig, but if I just did this temporarily, it might work. Otherwise, I can think of another, like, because I'm really worried about these popping off. So if I just start here in the middle, and I mean, that's another way to finish the ring, is just to wind it around. In fact, I think one of the tutorials that either Beadalon or one of those Beadaholic did this, I think that one of them finished it in this way, where you just take the wires and just, oops, this one came off. But I'm just going to do this as a temporary measure, although it might look really good and then we can leave it like that. But this is sort of my temporary measure just to hold the wires together, but it actually might look good. So let's just try this. Wind it around. This is the 26 gauge wire. I'm pulling it quite tight. Hi, Clarice. How are you? You're back. Are you still driving? There we go. Pipea. Hi, Pipea. Have to send. Okay, I think I missed the. Get the peg, longer pegs. Yeah, definitely send them a message and ask them about that, Laura, because they are always open to new ideas. Maybe they'll invent some longer pegs that we can get for the jig. So now we're just going to push this one in here, wind it around. And yeah, if I miss your comments, it's only because I'm like really trying to figure this one out. But if I missed your comments, I'm going to go back. I'm just going to wind these together as a kind of temporary measure, although I'll show you what it looks like on the off chance you just want to do it this way. You might want to just keep the ring this way, although I didn't really cut the wire long enough. So this is what I've got so far. I just wound it around the pegs, and now I'm going to remove it. Hi, Clarice. I love your emojis. So now it looks interesting. This is how it looks, like that. These are pretty big, though. And then the idea would be it'd be a ring, but it's going to be really thick. I'm thinking it might be a little bit on the thick side. But let's try to put some of the wires through it. Remember what I said we could try? You can put jump rings through it or something. I think there's like so many possibilities for this project. Let me get a different wire. Let's try the 26 gauge wire to see if it's going to hold. So I'll just get the 26 gauge wire and see what happens. It might be a little bit thin. And I'm not even sure this is going to work so well because it ends up being, see how it ends up being like really fat there? But maybe when we stretch it out, it's going to work better. We can see how it works if we stretch it out. So I'm actually just going to take one of these wires and push it through to make sure that it holds in place on one end. So we're just going to take this one, push it through here, and that way it's going to at least hold in place, and then we can use that to put some beads after. So that's held in place now. And I'm thinking the 26 is going to be really, really thin. So I'm going to go back to the 24. Maybe I'll get a contrasting color so it actually shows. Well, that's way too thick. I don't know what that is. Let's see what I got. Maybe a gold. There's a 24 gauge in gold. So let's try that. Said sushi. Oh, now you're hungry for sushi. Ah, I actually don't like sushi. I used to like sushi, but I do not like it anymore. I think I had a traumatic experience at a sushi restaurant. They put way too much raw fish in it, and I was just like, ugh, no. So now what I want to do is take this wire. Maybe I'll just wind it around to hold it in place. And then what I can do is, as I go through, this is going to be way too long actually. So I'm just going to trim it a little bit more. So you could go for sushi too. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to undo this wire that I've used to tack it together. Put this one through here, as with the bead weaving tool thing. And I'm just going to, as I undo the tacking, I'm going to string this one through. So I'm just getting all kinds of visions of what's possible for this design, like adding beads and all kinds of stuff. So I'm just going to keep going until I get to the end, and then we'll see how it looks. And then I'd like to try one with maybe pins or something else, because I find that the pegs are too thick. I find them too thick because they make these really bulgy loops, but there might be a way to do something with that. So we're going to see after. I'm just going to keep putting these back and forth through the loops so they will at least not come apart. That's the idea. And just keep undoing the tacking wire. If you like that type of tacking wire thing to weave it, you could definitely like just keep that and not do what I'm doing now. That's possible. So we're going to bring this one down through here. Yeah. And someone say sushi. Everybody likes sushi. That's so funny. I used to love sushi. So now we're going to go up. There we go. And undo this one. And then back down. And then we only have a couple left. Make sure you're going through all the loops. Bring that one back, and we can just remove that one, and we're going to go up. Oh, make sure it goes through all those loops. And then this you can just discard or reuse it if you want. That way, and then down that way. Okay, so there we go. Perfect. And guys, I don't know if you know, but in the community section, I put a survey asking for your feedback on the live wires for the Win show. So if anybody watched the show and wants to give me some feedback on that, that would be great, because we're planning to do another one in 2022. So that'll be really fun. Look out for that. So now I'm just going to end one of these wires here. It doesn't skip off and cut your off when you're done. Get it off. I'm not quite sure what that means. Q-tips, good idea. Q-tips are work as long as they're not too thick. So now we've got this, but the thing is, I'm a little bit worried that this might not look like much. So we're just going to try that. So I just did that. And then the idea would be you would put it on the ring form, but now it ends up being like really thick. So I'm not sure about that. Although I just had a thought, what if you staggered them a little bit so they're not like wide, so they're more like staggered out. Now I might be able to get my flat pliers to try something with that. Different designs. Well, Clarice, don't congratulate me too quickly because it's not working out super well, but I'm thinking, what if I just kind of stagger them a little bit? I will try not to damage them. So what I'm trying to do is like push some of it down and some of it up. I think the wire snapped there, but this is just going to give you an idea to make it a little bit more staggered, like that way. And so it's more flat, because right now it was really too thick. So that's interesting. I kind of like staggered them out a little bit. Maybe 26 gauge wire would even be better for that. And then you could push them out more easily. Sarah, first time live. Nice. Sarah, I'm making a ring. I just broke a wire, so we're going to just cut that. and it ends up being like a little bit too big. So keep in mind how many pegs I did for that. I used about 12 pegs. So I used too many pegs because now it's a little bit too big. So we're going to take this one in here, finish the end, and I think there's a lot of potential for this. I did a little bit of a boo-boo squishing it because it kind of broke a little bit, but I think it's okay. A good bracelet. Actually, yeah, you're right. That would make a really good bracelet. And then just to get the ends, and I'm not going to put beads on this one because I just want to finish it off, but you do want to put the wire through a couple of times to fix it in place. But I do like the idea of using the jig to make sort of a shape. We're just going to put it on the ring form. It's going to be like a giant size ring. And bracelet would be cool. Yeah, so if we put it on like that, it makes an interesting ring. It seems like a lot of trouble for what it comes up with, but that's an idea. So there's that one, and there's that one. And then the other idea I wanted to try was just with some pins. So just let me grab my pins, and I also have some cork board. So I'm going to just grab a piece of cork board and some pins and see if we could do something with that. Just have to get it. I ordered a whole bunch on Amazon. So this I just happen to have handy because I bought it for a different project, but we're going to see if we can use it for this. So I'm going to cut it open and see what we can do. It comes with tacks, and I don't want tacks. I want straight pins. So I'm going to go down and get some straight pins and see what I can do with that. So let me just get this open. Heather, they make great hoop earrings. Ooh, that's a good idea, Laura. I like that idea because then it wouldn't matter how thick they were. They would look really good. So that's great. So if you make some, let me know. Perfect. So here is some cork board. Let me get some pins, and I will be right back. So for your entertainment purposes, you can read that box while I go get some pins. So I have a bunch of pins here for Connie. So there we go. LOL. Yes. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get some pins, and I would rather use the longer ones. I'm going to see how many I can find that are actually the same size. So let's see what we got here. We've got, make sure they're also sharp. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So let's try 12. That might or might not be enough. Okay, and I'm going to try this with thinner wire because the 20, even the 24 seems a little bit thick, but I'll try to get some 26 and see how it goes. So I have, this one's pretty. This is like a blue color. We can try that. Yeah, hoop earrings. So guys, make some hoop earrings and show them to me. That would be awesome. Like if these were to be the hoop earrings, I shouldn't have squished them. That would have been nicer if they weren't squished. So yeah, maybe I could try, So Laura, maybe I can try to do a little tutorial for hoop earrings with that. Let me know if you guys would want a tutorial about that, because I could definitely do something like that. And but I'll keep that in mind for sure. Hoop earrings, I love that idea. So now I would use more pegs, I think. Maybe you'd want them bigger. Let me know if you think you would want them bigger for hoop earrings or not. I don't know if they would be bigger or smaller for that. I'd have to see. So yes, please. Okay, let's do it. So yeah, let me know. Like this is about 1 inch. Would that be a good size for hoop earrings, or should they be bigger? Okay, I am going to write that down so I do not forget, or Mustafa can remind me. If Mustafa's still there, maybe Mustafa fell asleep. So now let's try this with some, oh, this is peacock blue. Ooh, you like that size? That size is good. Okay, cool. And then anybody can make them bigger too. So let me take a good long piece of this peacock blue, and yeah, I mean, you could make them as long as the jig, right? If you use the jig. So you could definitely make them a little bit bigger if you wanted to. And now, this is what I'm just thinking in terms of trying to get these a consistent. Let me see if I can find some graph paper. I don't know if I have any. Graph paper. Yeah. So this isn't the best graph paper, but it can probably work out all right. So said he had to leave. Oh, okay. Oh my God, I'm gonna get in trouble with Mustafa's mom. Okay, I missed that. I will write him. I will direct message him and apologize for doing this so late. So now this is the graph paper, and now we are going to start here. Try to put them straight down if you can. It's going to be better. Okay. If you need to, you can even like push the pins in a little bit with the pliers. So I don't want them too close together. I'm just going to do them this far apart, and seems to be like a half, I guess it's a ½ centimeter. I think this is metric, this graph paper. So it looks to me to be about 1 centimeter square. So we're just going to do about a ½ centimeter. We're just going to push these down and see if it's going to work. I should have been taking pictures of these setups, but you could screenshot the video. Any of my videos, even though I do sell templates in my DIY shop, you don't always have to buy the templates, because you can just screenshot the setups in my videos. So if ever you're trying to get the jig set up or whatever, you can just screenshot and use that as a guide. But if you do want to buy templates, I have an Etsy DIY shop that I sell templates and materials and stuff. So any purchase you make there helps to support my YouTube channel, and I dearly appreciate it. So thank you for that. And we're going to push this one down and this one down here. So we have 12, just like that. And again, I don't know if this is going to work, but we're going to try. And Laura has to go. Okay. Oh, ready for lunch. Nice. Aw, bye, Laura. Really nice to see you. Thank you so much for hopping on, and thank you for the great idea for the hoop earrings. Well, I'll get right on that. So now we're going to bend this one in half. We're going to bend that one in half. Oh, it's getting tangled up. So let me untangle it first. This is the 26 gauge wire. So let's see if this is going to work with the 26 gauge wire. The end's getting a little tangled up. So I'm just going to straighten it out first, straighten it out, and then we are going to bend it in half. There we go. So here we go. So halfway, it seems to be about an arm's length. The only trouble with this is this cork board is super big. My plan was to cut these in smaller sizes, so I will at some point cut it in quarters, so it's not going to be so big. So now let's go ahead and see if this is going to work. So if we start at the left, bring this that way. They might be too far apart now, so we're going to go that way. Yeah, I might have wanted to do it a little closer together, but we can just try and see. So we're going to go over and that way. Might work all right. And then over, under, and let's see, over and under, over and under, and just push them down as you go. Over and under. This might work well. We're going to try this, and that way. Just going to try to be very consistent with this and see, as long as it doesn't bounce back too much. we're going to see how it goes. So now is the time where if you have to go to the bathroom, you can go to the bathroom or go get a coffee or do what you have to do. Well, I just try to do a little bit of weaving here. Okay, that looks good. So we're going to bring this one back this way. Rather than rotate this, I think I'm just going to try to go back this way. And that way goes. That way, that way, and that way. Now I'm going right to left. So this might be a little bit tricky. I think it's going to be easier for me if I put it this direction. I think this is going to be much easier for me to keep track of direction here. So this I see right away. I didn't quite do it right. So I want to, let's see, that way might be all right. So that way, and then over and that way. Okay, and then this one over and that way, over and that way, and just keep going back. No, this is not right. Yeah, this is not, something happened here. So now if you have a problem, just pull it back because they're not quite lining up here. Because we want, we want this one to go that way. And this is supposed to be the opposite way. So there we go. I think that's better. Yeah. So we're going to go. Yeah, it is a little confusing. I'm going to go that way and that way. That way. That seems better, I think. So that way and that way. That way and that way. You just want to make sure you go the correct. Yeah, that goes that way and this goes that way. Yeah. Because you want them one going one way and one going the other. That's the key. And then we're going to bring it around and bring that one around. So I think it is easier if I turn it, easily bring one wire all the way to the end and then bring the other wire all the way to the end of the pins. That's an idea. Could you do that? I could try it. It doesn't hurt to try. So that way I get less confused, right? So let's try that. So if we just go all the way down and see if that's going to work. Certainly is faster. Seems to be faster. We'll see. So we do it that way. And then let's try this other way. I think you're right, Joan. I think this might be faster and certainly less confusing. So let's try it all the way down and then push it down. This is like, yeah, this is like actual weaving. Okay, why didn't I think of that? You're funny. Okay, and now maybe I don't even have to twist the thing either. So there we go. Oh my goodness, this is so much easier. This is why I do the live streams, because you guys have amazing ideas, and I sometimes get very confused with my madness, and I don't think of things that might be obvious to you guys, but not to me. So let's see how that goes. And we'll go around here. Oh yeah, that's much faster. Much less headache. And look, when you loop it around, the ends of the pins hold it nicely in place. So we're just going to go down here. Yep, and it works quite well. This is really like weaving, so we're just going to keep going down. So far, I think this is going to be the winner technique-wise. Of the three things I've tried, I think this is going to actually be the winner. And this is brilliant, Joan. This is so brilliant. So I will do another tutorial with this. Maybe this could be next week's Tip Tuesday, where we do the weaving with the pins, but we do Joan's method of wrapping. So there we go. Round and round. See how many we want to do. Back and forth. And the pins stay in really well. Yeah, they stay in really well with the cork boards. So we're going to push that one down. Maybe I'll do another one. I'll do another one or two, since, you know, we're on a roll here. And so this one next, I guess. So we're going to bring that one. That one down that way. That one goes that one. There we go. Perfect. Down, down, push that one down, and then maybe we'll do one more so we end both wires on the same end. So that goes that way, and then we'll be done for that. And then we'll just have to figure out how we're going to weave them together, around and around. Perfect. So yay, thank you, Joan. That is awesome. So there we go. So now we have, wait, did I do that right? I'm gonna take my glasses off. No, I did that wrong. Okay, that's okay. I think I skipped one. I think I maybe skipped one, or I just started wrong. So there we go. I think I just started wrong. So yeah. Yeah. Is that the right one? Okay, we're gonna go there. Yeah, I think I just maybe started it wrong or something. Anyways, I have to pay more attention. So there we go. So just like weaving, right? So there we go. I think that's okay. No, so it's doing funny things here. Yeah, I'm not sure why this one is. Maybe it was a previous one that I did wrong. Okay. Okay, this is, I was just getting too excited here. And yeah, you just want to make sure that they stay, yeah, that should go on. I think because my wires maybe flipped a little bit. Just trying to see what they're doing. Yeah, I think this is right. Okay, I'm just gonna do, yeah, I think this is better. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so small. So there we go. So let's try this. Under second pin, not over. I think that works. Yeah, I think that worked well. Yeah, I just have to pay more attention. That's the trouble. You have really good eyes, Joan. Yeah, teamwork, Corey. Yes, exactly. So now is to wind these together. So I think I will do a contrasting wire. What's this one? 26. Let's get the rose gold just to do a contrasting wire. 26 gauge. I'll cut a long piece, not super long, doesn't have to be that long. And I will just cut a little piece and then we'll see what happens. Oh, my computer's gonna die, so let me plug it in. There we go. Is that better? No, I also have to plug it in the cord. Wait, don't die, please. Okay, come on, computer. There we go. Yay, phew. Okay, that was close. So now we want to go through these wires. So maybe what I could do, I want to be able to see it. I'm wondering if I could take it off here. Let me just try. So I'm gonna, but I don't want it to come off the pins. Okay, let me just try to, it's a little hard under my camera to be able to see everything, but the idea is you want to go through this first. So we're just going to take that one here. And what might be good is just to cut a little piece of cork board, and then you could like manipulate it a little better. I think that's going to be the best plan, is just to have a little piece of cork board. So the idea behind this is you're just going to go up and down where right beside the pin where the, and just grab all the wires, make sure you get them all. Like that's the tricky part, is just to make sure you go through all of these connections. So that's the thing. I think that one, I think we did that. I think we got it. So now we're going to pull that. We might be able to do this while it's on the cork board. So we're going to see, we're going to bring that one down. Okay. Perfect. And now we're going to bring it up. The next one, you probably have to straighten the end a little bit. And now we want to come back up the way we came. We might have to remove it. What happens if we remove it? Is it going to completely get destroyed? See, this is the part, is trying to get it off of here. Or maybe if I just tip it a little bit. Can you guys still see? Yeah, you guys can still see. So now we're going to come up. Yeah, it's the angle that's not super easy. But see, say this was on a little piece, I would have much more flexibility to put the wire up through and to be able to manipulate it. So that's good to know, that I just need to have a tiny piece of corkboard and not like this massive piece. So just, I'm gonna have to take these out, I think, because otherwise I'm gonna have trouble. So I'm just going to slowly try to take these out, pull them out a little bit at a time. And next time I will put it in a smaller piece of corkboard so I can actually manipulate it and move it around in my hand. So we're just going to lift these pins a little bit. Okay, we'll just lift them up a little bit, and then hopefully we'll be able to take it out without breaking them and without everything falling apart. There we go. Okay, so now remove the paper. Hopefully it doesn't fall apart. So here we go. I'm going to hold that in my hand. I am going to remove the corkboard. There we go. And lift the paper off the corkboard. That's a good idea. Just had to be really careful that these don't flip off the pins. That's the only trouble. But I think next time what I will do is I'll definitely use a smaller piece of corkboard, and then it's going to be easier. Then I won't have to remove it at all. So now we also have to straighten the wire a little bit. These ends we'll deal with after. So now we're going to go, now it's going to be much easier. So you just go up where, right beside the pins. So we're going to go up here. Okay, give it a little, oops, now that got stuck on the pin, which we don't want. So now, oh, we could just pull the pin up. Actually, we could just remove these pins as we go. So we're going to bring that one up. That's the idea. And then this one, we want to push down this way, down that side. We're going to go down here. Yeah, this is why you want your connections to be very consistent. And I have a feeling that mine aren't, but we'll still try to get it to the point where it's going to hold together. So we're going to bring this one down here. Okay, and then now we can remove that pin. And these ones are a bit of a pain, so I'm going to actually clip these. They're too long. And then we're going to bring this one down here. That looks good. Okay, and now we're going to remove that one. And then again, we're going to have to straighten it a little bit so the end is straight. And then we're going to push this one up here. Get it going straight up. Yeah, the end really has to be very straight. Push that there. Okay. Oh, yeah, come on, straight. No, there we go. And push that one up here. See, sometimes if it's not straight, it's gonna have, you're gonna have trouble threading it through all the wires. Okay, there we go. We got that one up there, and we can remove that. Perfect. And then we want to go back, jump over that one, behind that pin, bring it down. Make sure you go through all of the wires. There you go. Yep, went through all the wires. And then you can remove the pin. So I'm curious to see if this is going to work well with that littler piece of corkboard. So we'll see. And then this one too, we want to straighten the end again if you have to, if it got bent, and go up on this side of the pins. Up there. Up you go. Yep. Remove the pin. Getting a little bit more consistent here. And give it a pull. And then this one, bring it to the back. Go through all of these. Yep, I think it went through them all. Remove the pin. pull it down. I like the contrasting color of wires too. That's interesting. And then up. Okay, up here. Hopefully it's going to go. Yep. Remove the pin. There we go. And then back here. I'm going to go over that one because otherwise I don't think that one's going to hold in place. Yeah, this one got a little messed up. See if we could go down that way. Let me just see if I can push that one in a little bit. Bring it down. Just bring it down through here. Hopefully my hand's still on the screen. Bring it down through here. Having a little bit of trouble seeing it. Let's see. Yeah, for some reason this one got a little bit odd. I'm going to just remove the pin. Bring it down here. Try to go straight down. Yeah, I think we got it. Yep, there we go. And pull that one. Okay, and then this one. Straighten it out a little bit. Whoop, let me just get that. Straighten it out a little bit and bring it back up. I think that's good. Yep. And then we just have one more. And we'll see if we can make some kind of ring with this. So this one, the last one, you can just remove it. Bring it down. Okay, that should be through all the loops. And then bring it down here. Perfect. So this one, yeah, this one didn't quite get caught. So we're just going to push it back through here. Just push it back through one of these. And then this is what we have for the weaving. It's a little loose. It's sort of interesting. I'm not sure if it's worth it, but we're going to see. So now I am going to take this and just wind it around. And what you can do for this is you probably should go through these ones, it's already through the ends a little bit. So maybe what you could do now is just take one of the blue ones and just push it through these loops. So we have these loops. It's going to be a little bit fragile. The wire is quite thin, but what you can maybe do with this now is just twist these wires together. Let's just put it on the ring cone and see how big we're going to make it. Maybe about like that, I guess. And then you can, maybe we could just twist them together somehow. So just take this. I'm just going to try to hold this against me and then just take these wires and twist them around. And maybe there's something interesting you can do with these ends. We can just kind of do like a little chaos weave or something with them just to make it look a little more interesting. So let's just wind them around a little bit. I can probably remove it from the ring cone now. Whoops, there you go. Bring this one around and around. We don't want to bring it around too much either. So we could bring it, it almost looks, it's going to look like a little bit like one of those roses. So why don't we just do this one on this side, and then you can just take the wire, maybe to wherever you see there's a bit of a possibility to kind of wind it in place. So just bring it around and we can just take it through here, get it into one of those little holes here. These are a little tight, so I don't have that much wiggle room. And the other thing you could do is just like, if you tug it and just clip it, I think they're going to hold in place because it's kind of underneath there. And then now the same thing with these. If you want to just bring them around, see what we can do. Just wind it around a little bit. Make it look a little bit like one of those roses. kind of cool. I don't mind it. And then the same thing, like, I think if you just tug it, it'll probably hold in place. You can wind it around a little bit if you want, but I think it's fine like that. So now, yeah, it's like a rose ring. So there we go. So there we have, like I said, I'm not sure if it's worth it to weave this. It's kind of an interesting experiment. I think there's a lot of possibilities for that. I might try that weave with a thicker wire as well to try something different, but it's kind of cool. So let's see what, yeah, I don't mind it. I don't mind it. So I'll post pictures of these in the Discord group so you guys can see close up what they look like. So here is the, what we thought maybe looked more like would be good as an earring. So I think you could, maybe even now we could just tweak it to be a bit of an earring, and then we can, or I'll do the earring as a tutorial. That might be better. So this is the ring, this is the rose ring, and then this is the first one we did. So that was interesting, guys. Let me bring them up so you guys can see them better. So this was the bigger one, this one, and this one. So these are the 3 rings that we did. Very interesting, super fun. Sturdier with the weave. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Bracelet. Yeah, definitely do a bracelet. And like I said, you can get the wire the ring weaver tool. It comes in a bracelet weaver tool and a necklace weaver tool. So I'll put the links up for that in the description of the video. And I'm going to just flip the screen. And thank you for your content. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and you're very welcome. So let me just flip the screen. So guys, that is it. Thank you so much for watching. That was a fun one. Sorry it was a little late today, but usually I'm at 1 p.m. every Eastern time every Wednesday. I will hop over to the Discord group and put a picture of these rings. Also in the Wire Makers Club, I'll put pictures in there. On Facebook. Everybody have an amazing night, and we'll see you next time. Thanks so much for all your great feedback and suggestions. Okay, bye.